Pause this video, open ChatGPT and type 6 words. What does my startup actually do? I will wait. Go ahead. Whatever just came back wrong, vague or blank stare, that's not a Google problem. You cannot SEO your way out of it. It's a GEO problem, and by the end of this video, you will have the exact 6-step systems to fix it. The same one that took our own brand from invisible to cited by AI in just 6 weeks. One warning before we start. There is a step here that does most of the work, and it's not the one you think. In fact, if you start where most founders start, you will never get cited. Quick context. In the last video, I showed how Growthino, our own agency, went from a brand new company with no ads, no backlinks, a brand AI had never heard of, to being understood, recommended, and cited inside AI answers in 6 weeks. That video was the proof. This one is the system behind it. It's called the growth framework. 6 steps in a deliberate order that move your startup along one progression. And if you are an early founder wondering where marketing even starts, it's not ads, not SEO, not a content calendar. It's this. Because if AI cannot understand who you are, nothing you build on top of it sticks. Here is the one thing to take from this entire video. AI does not recommend company at random. It recommends the ones it can find, understand, and trust. That's the whole game. Find, understand, trust. These 6 steps build those 3 things in order. And the order is the part that everyone gets wrong. No amount of content gets you cited if AI can't understand you. No amount of clarity gets you recommended if there is nothing outside your website confirms you. So we go in order, starting at the bottom. G, ground the entity. Everything starts here, and it's the step founders skip because it feels like admin, not marketing. In GEO, entity is any distinct identifiable things. Your company, your founder, your category, your product. AI builds its picture of your startup by spotting these entities and mapping how they connect. Here is the silent killer most startups don't know they have. 3 places, 1 company, 3 different descriptions. When AI sees that, it can't even confirm these are the same entity, so it won't risk attaching a citation to you. The fix, it's entity clarity. The same name, the same category, the same language about who you serve repeated everywhere AI might look. Your site, your socials, your directory listings, and your structured data. Before you ask AI to recommend you, make sure it knows without guessing who you are. Or remove technical blockers. Unexciting, non-negotiable. AI answer work through retrieval. Bots find your pages, read them, reason across sources, then generate an answer. If your best page is behind a broken redirect, accidentally set to no index, or pointing at the wrong canonical URL, you have handed AI a broken signal before it even starts. Clean site map, correct canonicals, no accidental no index, no broken internal links, key pages load fast. 5 things, an afternoon, not a quarter. But the rule underneath, it's brutal. If AI can't read the page, it can't cite it. Doesn't matter how good the content is. Or optimize answer-ready content. And here is the step I warned you about at the start. This is where almost everyone starts. It's actually step 3. And starting here is exactly why most founders never get cited. Content built on a messy entity and a broken site doesn't get used. Full stop. The key idea is the answer unit. A self-contained block. AI can lift straight into an answer without rephrasing. A clean definition, a comparison table, a step-by-step, a frequent answer questions where every answer stands on its own. AI doesn't read like a human. It scans for extractable pieces. A section that opens with a claim, backs it with evidence, and closes with a conclusion. That's what gets quoted. And here is the distinction that changes how you think about content forever. Content about your company helps AI understand you. Content about your category is what gets you cited. Our What is GEO page sold nothing. It defines the category. Clean headings, direct definition, answer unit through it. That's the page AI cited as a source on a completely non-branded prompt. Build what AI can use, not just what humans can read. Quick check, we are halfway. G.R.O.W.T.H, the foundation. Not excited, nobody posts LinkedIn about canonical tags, but W.T. and H, the back half, and where visibility stops being a task and starts to compound. And they only work because the foundation is solid. Stay with me, this is where it gets good. W, win authority signal. Here, what most people miss about how AI picks what to cite. It doesn't only trust what you say about yourself, it cross-references. Your site says you are GEO agency, but if that claim shows up nowhere else, no profile, no third-party mentions, no press, no community presence, AI files you as a self-reported entity, unconfirmed. That step converts you from self-reported into confirmed. And in GEO, credibility has to be visible, not implied. AI needs to see the credential, not infer. A named author with real expertise next to the content, a published date, and the last reviewed date on key pages. External mentions that use the same language. You don't need fame, you don't need 100 backlinks or a Forex feature. You need to be consistent and confirmed. So now you built it. Your entity is clear. Your site is clean. Your content extractable. Your outside signals is starting to confirm you, which leaves exactly one question. And it's the one most founders never answer. They just hope if any of this actually working. That's the T. T, track AI visibility. And forget SEO metrics here. Rankings and traffic tell you almost nothing about how AI sees you. In GEO, we track 4 signals. Answer presence, how often you appear when buyer asks category question. Attribution quality, how you are credited. Named plus link is gold, unnamed is invisible. Faithfulness, whether AI describes you accurately. Handoff success, whether AI visibility leads to a real next step. Now, the honest version, you can do this for free. Open ChatGPT, Perplexity, and Gemini. Run your prompts by hand. Log it in a sheet. It works. It's also a part-time job. So when you are ready to make it a system, here is what we use. This is GEOmetrics, our partner tool for the tracking layer. With the free tier link below, you can start tracking 2 kinds of prompts. Branded prompts like what is your startup, or in our case what is Growthino, and non-branded prompts like what is GEO, or what are the best tools for AI visibility. GEOmetrics check every major AI engine, including ChatGPT, Gemini, and Perplexity, automatically every single day. Inside the platform, you can track your share of voice over time, add the prompts you want to monitor, find your competitors, and compare your visibility against theirs. You can also see which AI systems are sending traffic to your website across access reports and understand what AI is saying about your brand. That means you can quickly spot when AI is describing you incorrectly, identify which pages to fix next. This is not a score, it's a map. Every move you make on content, entity work, or external signal is based on what actually AI is saying, not what you hope it's saying. Stop guessing, start tracking. H. Harden the Foundation. Getting cited is a milestone. Staying cited is a system. Models update, competitors publish new answer-ready content. Your positioning shifts, profile drifts. And here is the part that makes starting now matters. The citation pattern AI forms for a category tend to stick. Early movers build a reference relationship with AI that later comers then have to displace, not just match. The longer you wait, the harder it gets. So harden is the ongoing layer. Refresh your answer units, update your last reviewed dates, collect reviews on real platforms, keep your identity facts identical everywhere, build founder authority by publishing and speaking, and once a month rerun your tracking prompts. What improved, what slipped, where to reinvest. GEO compounds. The founders who start now stay ahead. The whole system on one screen. Screenshot this. G. Ground your entity. Same facts, same language everywhere AI looks. R. Remove technical blockers. Make sure AI can read your best pages. O. Optimize answer-ready content. Answer units AI can lift and cite. W. Win authority signals. Self-reported to confirm. T. Track. Answer presence, attribution quality, faithfulness, handoff. H. Harden. Keep your signals strong as the category moves around you. In order, don't jump to content before your entity is clear. Don't skip the technical check. Track only once you have built something worth measuring. That's the framework. That's GEO in practice. Fastest way to know where you stand takes 5 minutes. Open ChatGPT or Perplexity. Write the question your ideal customers ask right before they hire someone like you. And look, do you show up? How are you described? Does it match how you would describe yourself? That 5-minute check tells you whether you have got a visibility gap, a credibility gap, or faithfulness gap, and which one to fix first. One, the structured systems tested across 5 AI systems, 10 to 20 target queries with a clear action plan. That's exactly what a GEO audit covers. Links below, and comment growth and I will send you the full checklist, 1 action per letter, ready to use. Stop optimizing rank and start optimizing to be the answer. Be the answer AI gives.